Follow us to be the first to learn the latest news about the royal family. Catch up on this week's royal family updates. From exciting announcements to behind-the-scenes insights into the British monarchy, we've got all the latest news. Don't miss what's happening in the world of the royal family. Stay tuned and be part of the royal buzz. Princess Catherine, also known as the Princess of Wales, has long been admired as one of the most stylish and influential members of the British royal family. Her impeccable fashion sense, combined with her discerning eye for beauty, has earned her the status of a true fashion icon. However, her influence extends far beyond the realm of contemporary fashion. In recent years, Princess Catherine has made a remarkable impact by resurrecting some of the British royal family's most exquisite, yet often overlooked jewellery pieces. Through this thoughtful curation, she has not only revived iconic heirlooms, but has also redefined how royal jewellery is perceived in modern times. The British royal family has long been synonymous with dazzling jewels, each piece carrying rich history, sentimental value, and symbolism. While iconic tiaras, grand necklaces, and statement pieces often capture the spotlight, many other priceless treasures remain hidden in the royal vaults, their stories fading into obscurity. Princess Catherine, however, is changing this narrative. As one of the most influential young royals and a global fashion figure, she has seamlessly integrated these forgotten treasures into her modern royal wardrobe. In doing so, she has breathed new life into these pieces, transforming them from relics of the past into living symbols of regal continuity and evolution. One of the key ways in which Princess Catherine has reinvigorated royal jewellery is through her careful selection of pieces that blend heritage with contemporary elegance. Her ability to incorporate the past into her modern fashion choices demonstrates her deep respect for tradition, while also ensuring that royal jewels remain relevant to today's world. Experts believe that her approach not only underscores the monarchy's ability to modernize, but also reinforces the importance of preserving royal heritage. Among the rediscovered jewels is an Art Deco diamond bracelet, once a favorite of the Queen Mother. This breathtaking piece, with its intricate geometric design, reflects the opulence of the 1920s and 30s, an era defined by bold artistic expression and unparalleled craftsmanship. Originally a gift from King George VI to his wife, the bracelet symbolizes enduring love and resilience, qualities that Princess Catherine embodies as she prepares for her future role as Queen. When wearing this historic piece at high-profile engagements, the princess highlights its timeless elegance while reintroducing a cherished part of royal history to the public eye. Beyond its visual appeal, royal jewellery often carries deep sentimental value, and several pieces in Princess Catherine's collection have personal significance. Among these is the sapphire and diamond drop earrings once worn by her late mother-in-law, Princess Diana. These stunning earrings, an iconic accessory of the 1980s, have been subtly modernized by Princess Catherine, who has refined their design to create a sleeker, more contemporary version. In doing so, she not only revives the cherished memory of Princess Diana, but also underscores her commitment to honoring family ties and royal traditions. Experts speculate that this careful modernization may be an effort to bridge the gap between generations, bringing Diana's legacy into the present while maintaining its historical significance. Perhaps one of the most iconic heirlooms Princess Catherine has reintroduced to the world is the Lover's Knot tiara, originally commissioned for Queen Mary in 1913. This exquisite pearl and diamond masterpiece holds a special place in Windsor history, having been worn by both Queen Mary and later Princess Diana. The tiara gained global recognition when it became one of Diana's favourite pieces, adding to its mystique and allure. After years of being stored away, Princess Catherine has brought the tiara back into the public eye, wearing it at state banquets and formal occasions. Each appearance of the tiara serves to solidify her position as a bridge between the past and the future, while reinforcing the monarchy's ability to modernize while still preserving its heritage. Princess Catherine's ability to incorporate these forgotten royal jewels into her contemporary wardrobe speaks volumes about her vision for the monarchy's evolving identity. By wearing these historic pieces, she ensures that their stories continue to captivate future generations, transforming them from mere relics of the past into symbols of continuity and renewal. Each piece tells a story, not only of the craftsmanship and splendor of bygone eras, but also of the emotional and personal connections that define the royal family's legacy. Experts suggest that through her thoughtful approach to royal jewelry, Princess Catherine has found a way to pay homage to the great figures who came before her, such as Queen Mary, the Queen Mother, and Princess Diana, while simultaneously bringing a fresh perspective and modern grace to these heirlooms. In her role as custodian of the Windsor family's rich heritage, Princess Catherine demonstrates a unique ability to breathe new life into forgotten treasures. Her jewelry choices are more than just fashion statements. They are a testament to her deep respect for the history and traditions of the royal family. As she continues to make these remarkable pieces a part of her wardrobe, she ensures that the legacy of the Windsor family remains relevant, vibrant, and inspiring for future generations. Princess Charlotte is one of the most well-known children in the world and holds third place in the line of succession to the British throne. Despite her predetermined future within the royal family, experts believe that the young princess has rather ordinary career aspirations. At present, the 9-year-old princess is fully focused on her education. However, specialists suggest that a significant part of her adult life will be dedicated to fulfilling the responsibilities of a senior royal. In the future, when her father, Prince William, ascends the throne, followed by her older brother, Prince George, Charlotte will likely play an important role in the monarchy. Experts also speculate that she may inherit the title of Princess Royal, currently held by King Charles III's sister, Princess Anne. Nevertheless, despite the expectations surrounding her future royal role, insiders reveal that Princess Charlotte has her own ideas about what her life could look like after finishing her education. According to sources, conversations with her father, Prince William, have sparked an interest in the work of the National Health Service, NHS. An insider reports that the princess became intrigued by the nursing profession after learning more about the NHS. The source also notes that the Prince and Princess of Wales are proud of their daughter, who demonstrates a caring nature and a strong sense of direction. Experts suggest that in the future, Princess Charlotte may choose the medical field as one of her key charitable initiatives. Other royal heirs have also expressed interest in more traditional professions. It was recently revealed that her older brother, Prince George, has considered trying his hand at a career far removed from royal duties. The owner of a restaurant in Norfolk shared that during a visit with his mother and friends, Prince George showed enthusiasm for the work of a chef. He was particularly fascinated by a wood-fired pizza oven and admitted that he would love to work with it when he grows up. Experts believe that these interests among royal children reflect a desire for a more grounded and down-to-earth lifestyle. Despite the significant royal responsibilities that await them, both Princess Charlotte and Prince George seem to be drawn to ordinary professions, which speaks to their upbringing and family values. While only time will tell what path Princess Charlotte will ultimately take, specialists acknowledge that her early interest in nursing could become a meaningful aspect of her role as a working member of the royal family. Meghan Markle seems to have once again found herself at the centre of yet another chaos, driven by clumsy PR and an insatiable thirst for attention. Her latest business venture, which has already gone through multiple rebrandings and logo changes, raises more questions than admiration. First, it was American Riviera orchard. Then, suddenly as ever, all accompanied by legal disputes and accusations of plagiarism. How is it that someone with access to the best PR specialists and marketers keeps ending up in such ridiculous situations? As experts point out, the problem is not just her inability to manage her own brand, but also the fact that each new step exposes her lack of competence. Instead of creating something truly unique and meaningful, Meghan once again relies on her own persona, trying to sell mundane products at inflated prices. The idea of a royal lifestyle brand is collapsing before the public's eyes, and even Netflix, who signed a $100 million deal with her and Harry, is clearly losing patience as they struggle to recoup their investment. Experts note that her new project, advertised as something inspiring, turns out to be an empty shell. Meghan Markle promises to teach us how to freeze flower petals in ice cubes as if it were a vital skill. Amid a cost-of-living crisis, she is trying to sell $50 towels that could easily be bought for $10, banking on her name alone to make the products desirable. However, it seems that people are not rushing to buy anything under the As Ever brand. But of course, if this venture fails, Meghan herself won't be to blame. Instead, the fault will lie with those around her, especially her relatives and the British royal family. In her latest statements, Markle hints that it was oppression within the monarchy that prevented her from revealing her talents as a chef and gardener. However, as analysts point out, the reality is that her only real talent is relentless self-promotion. Everything she does revolves around one central theme: Meghan Markle. And yet, despite all the failures, she keeps trying. Her goal is not just to create a brand, but to make it a reflection of herself. However, the public has grown tired of the endless drama, the constant complaints, and the attempts to squeeze every last dollar out of her former royal connections. Her narcissism has long since turned into a meme, and her attempts to play the victim no longer evoke sympathy, only irritation. Experts don't just call Meghan a failed businesswoman. They see her as a living embodiment of how unchecked ego and an inability to admit mistakes lead to downfall. The only thing left for her to do is to keep reminding the world of her existence by putting on a show for the sake of a show. The real question is, how much longer will the audience be willing to watch this farce? The Russian sapphire brooch, from Empress Maria Feodorovna to Queen Camilla jewelry, has always played a significant role in royal history, carrying with it stories of power, love, and legacy. One such extraordinary piece is the Russian sapphire brooch, now worn by Queen Camilla. This stunning sapphire and diamond brooch has a fascinating history, tracing its journey through generations of royalty, from the Russian imperial court to the British royal family. A gift from a Tsar, the Russian origins. The brooch originally belonged to Empress Maria Feodorovna of Russia, 1847-1928, the wife of Tsar Alexander III and mother of Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia. Born as Princess Dagmar of Denmark, she was also the sister of Queen Alexandra, who married King Edward VII of the United Kingdom. Maria Feodorovna was known for her impeccable style and love for opulent jewelry, much of which was gifted to her by her husband, Tsar Alexander III. It is believed that this oval-shaped brooch, featuring a large cabochon sapphire surrounded by diamonds, was one of the many luxurious gifts she received. Some sources suggest that the brooch may have been a Romanov heirloom, while others speculate that it was a personal gift from Alexander III during their marriage. Regardless of its exact origins, it was one of the prized pieces in Maria Feodorovna's extensive collection. Escape from Russia and the brooch's arrival in Britain, the Russian Revolution of 1917 forced the imperial family into exile, and Maria Feodorovna fled Russia, taking some of her most valuable jewelry with her. She eventually settled in Denmark, where she lived until her death in 1928. Following her passing, many of her jewels were inherited by her daughters, Grand Duchess Xenia Alexandrovna and Grand Duchess Olga Alexandrovna. Facing financial difficulties, Xenia was forced to sell several pieces of jewelry, including the Russian sapphire brooch. In 1934, Queen Mary, the wife of King George V, and daughter-in-law of Maria Feodorovna's sister, Queen Alexandra, purchased the brooch. Queen Mary was an avid jewelry collector, known for acquiring historical royal pieces, particularly those with connections to European monarchies. The brooch in the British Royal Collection. Once in the British Royal Collection, the brooch was worn by Queen Mary throughout the 1930s. After her death in 1953, it passed to her daughter-in-law, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, the wife of King George VI. The Queen Mother, known for her love of sapphires, frequently wore the brooch during her public appearances. She paired it with pearl necklaces and elegant blue outfits, enhancing its striking beauty. This brooch became one of her signature pieces, worn both for daytime engagements and evening events. She continued to wear it until her passing in 2002. Queen Elizabeth II and the brooch's revival. Following the Queen Mother's death, her jewelry collection was inherited by her daughter, Queen Elizabeth II. However, unlike her mother, Queen Elizabeth II rarely wore the brooch, first appearing in it only in 2014. She wore it for several occasions, showcasing its grandeur, but without making it a staple of her wardrobe. Queen Camilla and the brooch's new era. After Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022, many of her personal jewelry pieces were passed to Queen Camilla, the wife of King Charles III. In 2023, Camilla brought the Russian sapphire brooch back into the spotlight. She first wore it during the Commonwealth Day service, a significant event held at Westminster Abbey to celebrate the unity of Commonwealth nations. Later that year, she showcased the brooch again during a state visit to South Korea, pairing it elegantly with her outfits, much like Queen Mary and the Queen Mother before her. A symbol of royal legacy. The Russian sapphire brooch is not just a piece of jewelry. It represents a deep connection between the British and Russian royal families. From its origins with a Russian empress to its place on the lapels of British queens, this stunning brooch has witnessed some of the most significant moments in modern royal history. Its journey reflects the shifting tides of European monarchy, the fall of the Russian Empire, and the enduring legacy of royal jewels as symbols of power and tradition. Now, with Queen Camilla proudly wearing it, the brooch continues to shine, carrying with it the stories of the women who wore it before her. Prince William, the UK's secret weapon in relations with President Trump. On February 12, 2025, media outlets reported that Prince William has been identified as a pivotal figure in strengthening the United Kingdom's relationship with the United States under President Donald Trump's administration. This development underscores the strategic role the British royal family can play in international diplomacy, a royal diplomatic asset. Historically, the British monarchy has served as a symbol of continuity and stability, often facilitating diplomatic relations. Prince William, the Prince of Wales, embodies a modern and approachable image, making him a valuable asset in engaging with global leaders. His ability to connect on a personal level complements traditional political channels, offering a unique avenue for fostering international relationships. The Paris meeting, a turning point. In December 2024, Prince William and President Trump held a private 40-minute meeting in Paris during the reopening ceremony of Notre Dame Cathedral. This encounter was more than ceremonial. It provided an opportunity for candid discussions on enhancing the special relationship between the UK and the US. Sources from the White House described Prince William's influence as truly powerful and significant in shaping the future dynamics between the two nations. Navigating political complexities. The UK's relationship with the US has faced challenges, including policy disagreements and political tensions. Notably, actions by the UK's Labour government had previously strained ties, and President Trump had expressed concerns over certain UK trade policies. Despite these issues, President Trump's inherent affinity for the UK remains strong. The burgeoning rapport between him and Prince William is seen as a crucial element in revitalizing and redefining bilateral relations in this new era. The monarch's ongoing engagement. King Charles III has maintained consistent communication with President Trump, even during periods when others anticipated a shift in US leadership. This steadfastness highlights the monarchy's commitment to sustaining robust transatlantic relations. The collaborative efforts of King Charles III and Prince William are poised to play a decisive role in shaping the special relationship between the UK and the US, ensuring its relevance and strength in contemporary geopolitics. Conclusion. Prince William's emerging role as a diplomatic envoy reflects the evolving functions of the British royal family in global affairs. His personal engagement with President Trump signifies a strategic move to reinforce and adapt the long-standing alliance between the United Kingdom and the United States, navigating the complexities of modern international relations with a blend of tradition and contemporary relevance. Queen Camilla's visit to the Asian Women's Resource Centre, a milestone in supporting vulnerable women. Her Majesty. Queen Camilla continues to champion the rights of women and children facing adversity. In a heartfelt engagement, the Queen visited the Asian Women's Resource Centre, AWRC, in London, to mark the 45th anniversary of this vital organisation. The AWRC provides essential support to Black, Asian, and ethnic minority women and children affected by domestic violence, forced marriages, and honour-based abuse. A legacy of support. The AWRC's mission. Established in 1979, the Asian Women's Resource Centre has been a lifeline for thousands of women seeking safety and empowerment. The organisation offers counselling, legal advice, housing assistance, and community outreach programmes, helping women escape abusive situations and rebuild their lives. Many of the women supported by the AWRC face complex cultural and religious barriers that make it difficult to seek help. The centre works closely with survivors to provide tailored support services, ensuring their voices are heard and their rights are protected. Queen Camilla's commitment to ending domestic abuse. Queen Camilla has long been an advocate for women's rights and domestic violence awareness. Her visit to the AWRC underscores her ongoing dedication to supporting victims and raising awareness about the challenges faced by marginalised women. During her visit, the Queen met with survivors, support workers, and volunteers, listening to their powerful stories. She praised the resilience of the women and acknowledged the life-changing work done by the AWRC over the past 45 years. In a moving speech, Her Majesty emphasised the importance of breaking the cycle of abuse and ensuring that women and children have access to safe spaces and legal protection. She also highlighted the need for continued government and community support to expand services for survivors. Meeting with survivors and advocates. One of the most poignant moments of the visit was Queen Camilla's private meeting with survivors, who shared their personal journeys of escaping violence and rebuilding their lives with the help of the AWRC. Many of these women spoke about the cultural stigma and legal barriers they had to overcome to seek justice and safety. Her Majesty also met with legal experts and social workers, discussing the urgent need for stronger policies to combat forced marriages and honour-based abuse. which disproportionately affect women from minority backgrounds. A royal endorsement for a critical cause. By visiting the Asian Women's Resource Centre, Queen Camilla has not only celebrated its 45 years of impact, but also shone a spotlight on the urgent need for continued action. Her presence at the AWRC reinforces the importance of empowering women and ensuring that survivors receive the support, protection, and justice they deserve. The Queen's commitment to ending domestic violence and supporting vulnerable women is an inspiration, and her visit to the AWRC serves as a powerful reminder that no woman should suffer in silence. As the organisation looks ahead to the future, Her Majesty's endorsement will undoubtedly help drive awareness and funding to sustain and expand their vital work. The Princess of Wales, known for her impeccable taste and timeless style, has repeatedly paid tribute to her predecessors, Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana, by incorporating elements of their style into her own looks at official events. These visual symbols she chooses help preserve the legacy of these remarkable women and uphold their spirit in the modern monarchy. Over the years of her public life, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has become not only a prominent symbol of the royal family, but has also established her own tradition in fashion. At official events, many take note of her accessories, which often feature jewellery with deep symbolic meaning. Experts believe that in this way, she respectfully expresses her gratitude to those who served the monarchy before her, while also preserving their spirit through carefully selected details in her outfits. In recent weeks, Princess Catherine has made several notable gestures in memory of Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana. This is especially evident in her choice of jewellery, which often carries significant historical and emotional weight. For instance, at the Holocaust Memorial Service in London at the end of January, Princess Catherine appeared in an elegant black outfit paired with a 5-strand pearl necklace valued at £275, designed by Susan Kaplan. This was particularly poignant since the brand is owned by Jewish proprietors. Alongside the necklace, the princess wore pearl earrings from Bahrain, a precious wedding gift that Queen Elizabeth II received from the ruler of Bahrain. These earrings became one of the Queen's favourite pieces and were passed on to Princess Diana. Since 2016, Princess Catherine has worn them regularly. Additionally, Princess Catherine wore a pearl bracelet that previously belonged to Princess Diana. This bracelet was a famous piece of jewellery that Diana wore in 1989 during a visit to Hong Kong, pairing it with a dress by Catherine Walker. Experts suggest that this is another way in which Princess Catherine continues to strengthen her connection with the legacy of her husband's mother. In December of last year, during the state visit of the Emir of Qatar, Princess Catherine once again chose jewellery associated with Queen Elizabeth II. She wore the Bahraini earrings and a Japanese pearl necklace gifted to the Queen during her visit to Japan in 1975. The Queen also wore this set in 1982 when accompanying the state visit of Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands. One of the most memorable moments was Princess Catherine's choice for the first state banquet of King Charles III in 2022. At the event, she wore a stunning gown by Jenny Packham and the Lover's Knot tiara, which Queen Elizabeth II had given to Princess Diana. This tiara was one of Princess Diana's favourite pieces, making Princess Catherine's choice especially symbolic. Thus, the Princess of Wales continues to honour and carry on the legacy of Queen Elizabeth and Princess Diana, remaining true to their spirit through her choices in clothing and jewellery. Experts believe these gestures not only reflect deep appreciation, but also highlight her role as the Princess of Wales, ready to continue their noble work. The incredible profession. Prince George is already learning at just 11 years old. Prince George, despite his young age, has already shown interest in a rather unusual profession for a royal. At just 11 years old, the young prince has made it clear how he hopes to spend his life after completing his education. While Prince George's future will likely be intertwined with royal duties, experts believe he will still be given the opportunity to explore other avenues. This includes not only his upbringing as a future monarch, but also developing other skills that could serve him in life. For example, it was recently revealed that George has already begun learning the basics of flying. According to reports, last year, Prince George took his first flying lesson at an airfield in Berkshire, not far from the family's Windsor cottage home. The lesson lasted about an hour, and his parents, Prince William and the Princess of Wales, watched from the ground. Observers noted that although George was flying with an instructor, he appeared to be deeply engaged in the experience. While it's not yet clear whether George wishes to pursue aviation as a hobby or in a professional capacity, his experience suggests he may be following in the footsteps of his father, Prince William. The Prince of Wales is a trained helicopter pilot who served in the RAF Search and Rescue and worked with the East Anglia Air Ambulance, a role he still speaks about fondly today. However, aside from his interest in aviation, George has also expressed a desire to pursue a profession that is less common among royals, that of a chef. Reportedly, on one occasion, he told the owner of a restaurant that he wanted to work in a similar venue when he grew up. Desmond McCarthy, who owns Wiveton Hall Cafe near Blakeney in Norfolk, shared with the Daily Mail that when George saw the wood-fired pizza oven during a visit with his mother and some friends, the 11-year-old exclaimed, "That's what I want to do when I grow up." Experts suggest that this passion could be a reflection of George's desire to carve out his own path, one that balances both tradition and personal interests. Inspired by his parents' example and experiences, he may already be considering how his hobbies could tie into his public life or future career. Thus, while Prince George will likely one day become the King of the United Kingdom, his current aspirations are far from the typical expectations for a younger member of the royal family. It is entirely possible that he will choose a path that blends his love for aviation and passion for gastronomy, offering him unique opportunities for personal fulfillment in the future. Rare joint engagement of the royal family at Buckingham Palace event. A significant reception was held at Buckingham Palace, hosted by King Charles and Queen Camilla, to recognise exceptional individuals and organisations that are actively helping to address global crises. This event marked a rare occasion where several members of the royal family, including the Princess of Wales, attended a single gathering. The Duke and Duchess of Gloucester also joined the King, Queen and Princess Anne at this important event. Among the guests recognised for their humanitarian work were TV presenters Milean Klass and Fern Britton, as well as actress Ruth Wilson. Attendees emphasised the crucial role of charitable initiatives in the context of global crises. Milean Klass, well-known presenter on Classic FM and ambassador for Save the Children, spoke with the King about her dedication to humanitarian causes. As the daughter of a Royal Navy veteran, she expressed her deep understanding of service and resilience, adding that she has witnessed firsthand how humanitarian efforts bring hope to children in crisis. Fern Britton, former breakfast TV host, also plays a pivotal role in the work of Shelterbox, which provides emergency shelter, water, and blankets to families affected by natural disasters. Like the other organisations represented at the event, Shelterbox has been instrumental in delivering aid to countries such as Afghanistan, Ukraine, Pakistan, Turkey, Syria, Sudan, and Gaza. The event also highlighted 4 key charitable organisations: International Health Partners, Shelterbox, Islamic Relief Worldwide, and Christian Aid, which marked significant anniversaries in their operations. For instance, Shelterbox has aided 3 million people, while International Health Partners has improved the lives of 100 million individuals. Photographs on display at the reception vividly showcase the work of these organizations. One of the most striking exhibits featured images from the Disasters Emergency Committee, illustrating the relief efforts in countries like Ukraine and Turkey, which have been devastated by war and natural disasters. Experts believe that this reception not only reaffirms the royal family's support for those working on the front lines of global crises, but also serves as a reminder of the importance of collective efforts in providing humanitarian aid during times of international emergencies. Catherine, Princess of Wales, continues to inspire the world with her commitment to charity and social responsibility. Throughout her public life, she has become not only a symbol of elegance and restraint, but also a prominent example of active engagement in addressing social issues. Her charitable work and support for vulnerable communities are a continuation of the legacy of Princess Diana, who was also known for her humanitarian initiatives. After a year-long break for cancer treatment, Catherine returned to her duties with renewed energy and ideas. Her work focuses on issues close to her heart, particularly supporting children and families, as well as promoting mental health and emotional well-being. Catherine continues Diana's legacy by actively participating in various charitable projects, making her an important and inspiring figure in modern British society. One of the most notable projects Catherine launched in January 2023 was the Shaping Us campaign through the Royal Foundation's Early Childhood Centre. The campaign's primary goal is to raise public awareness about the importance of the early years of life in shaping personality and mental health. The campaign aims to change public perception of the role the first years of a child's life play in their future development. A recent report, published in February 2025, once again highlights the need to integrate emotional and social skills into the educational process from the earliest age. This will help reduce levels of mental disorders and social isolation, creating a foundation for a healthier and more harmonious society. Another significant initiative by Catherine is her support for the Tai Hafen Hospice in Wales, which was previously actively supported by Princess Diana. Diana was one of the main advocates for the creation of this hospice and remained its patron for a long time. In January 2025, Catherine visited Tai Hafen, meeting with children receiving care and support at the facility, as well as their families. The Princess of Wales, continuing Diana's legacy, took on the role of the hospice's patron and is actively involved in the life of this important institution. She has a significant impact on supporting vulnerable families and drawing attention to the needs of those facing tragic and difficult life circumstances. These initiatives by Catherine reflect her desire to create a more compassionate and caring society, where every child is given the opportunity for full and healthy development. It is important to note that her work is not limited to public projects. She also works closely with organizations focused on mental health and participates in numerous events aimed at promoting public health and well-being. Catherine also actively supports projects addressing social isolation and supporting families with children in difficult life situations. Her actions serve as a living example of how important personal involvement and a sincere desire to help those in challenging circumstances are. This concern for social issues and vulnerable groups makes Catherine a key figure in contemporary public life in the UK. At the same time, her work holds cultural significance as she continues to develop the ideas that were established by Princess Diana, strengthening the connection with the past while adapting those ideas to meet contemporary challenges. Thus, Catherine not only carries on, but also builds upon the principles of royal charity. transforming them into effective and in-demand projects that positively influence society and the lives of ordinary people. In this way, the work of Catherine, Princess of Wales, represents a unique combination of social responsibility, human care, and selfless service. Her initiatives in early childhood, mental health, and support for vulnerable families and children emphasize the importance of fostering a healthier and more harmonious society, where every individual has the opportunity for growth and well-being. It was recently announced that Princess Anne has become the patron of the Murrayfield Injured Players Foundation, MIPF, an organisation that helps players who have been injured in amateur rugby in Scotland. Princess Anne has had a long-standing connection with rugby. As noted by the chairman of MIPF, she has been an active supporter of the Scottish rugby team since the 1980s. The Princess participated in the official opening of the East Stand at Murrayfield Stadium in 1983 and became the patron of the Scottish Rugby Union, SRU, in 1986. Her dedication to the sport and her involvement with the Rugby Federation led to her appointment as the new patron of MIPF. Princess Anne is known for her high level of activity in carrying out royal duties. Each year, she performs a tremendous number of public engagements, and her hard work and commitment have made her one of the most respected figures in the UK. In 2023, she once again earned admiration by taking part in more than 500 official events. Experts emphasise that Princess Anne is undoubtedly the hardest working royal, despite her mature age. Recently, Princess Anne dismissed rumours about a potential retirement. Her words made many reconsider the idea that her role in public life in the UK has come to an end. When asked about her future plans, the Princess stated, "Retirement is not an option for me." She explained that she feels happy staying active and believes in taking each day as it comes. Experts note that this stance reflects her inner strength and determination and highlights her significant contribution to public life. Princess Anne has always been an active advocate for sport, especially rugby. Her support for sports organisations goes beyond her role as a patron. She has also been involved in organising various sporting events and regularly attends major sporting occasions, such as international matches, tournaments, and other events. Her passion for sports and her dedication to supporting the sporting infrastructure in Britain inspire many, especially young athletes. Princess Anne also places great importance on inclusivity in sports. She actively supports initiatives aimed at engaging people with disabilities in sports and makes a significant contribution to the development of adaptive sports. Experts believe that her contribution to the popularisation of sport in the UK is invaluable, and her example serves as an inspiration for future generations. Princess Anne continues to be a prominent figure within the royal family, fulfilling numerous tasks that require considerable effort and attention. Experts underline that her long years of service in royal duties reflect her exceptional commitment and responsibility. Her interactions with the public, adherence to the highest standards of service to the country, and support for various charitable and public organisations make her an important and highly regarded figure. A recent post on the official Instagram page of the Prince and Princess of Wales revealed an interesting detail about the royal family's leisure activities. The post featured 4 portrait drawings created by family members: Catherine, George, Charlotte, and Louis. These drawings were part of Princess Catherine's project aimed at promoting early childhood education, known as Shaping Us. However, there was no drawing from Prince William himself, which sparked curiosity among fans who speculated that perhaps Prince William isn't as passionate about drawing as his wife and children. Prince William has openly admitted on multiple occasions that he doesn't possess any special artistic abilities. In a video message from 2020, during an online meeting with children from Pakistan, the prince shared that drawing is not his strong suit. When the children asked him to draw something during a game of Pictionary, William smiled and said, "I'm very bad at drawing." At the same time, he proudly mentioned that his wife, on the other hand, is really good at it. In response, Princess Catherine supported him, saying, "You just don't practice enough." This admission allowed fans to once again notice that Catherine indeed has a natural artistic talent, which it seems her children have inherited. Experts highlight that artistic abilities and an interest in art can have a significant impact on children's development. In the case of George, Charlotte, and Louis, it appears that the eldest son, Prince George, may have inherited not only his mother's love for art, but also certain talents in this area. Despite the absence of Prince William's drawings in this project, experts believe this is more related to his own sense of insecurity in the artistic realm than a lack of interest in spending time with his children. It is important to note that art plays a significant role in the William family. Princess Catherine has long been known for her love of art and her passion for drawing, particularly in the context of her work with children. She actively supports various initiatives aimed at improving early education, including projects that focus on fostering children's creative abilities. In recent years, she has devoted much attention to issues of children's mental health and well-being, and her work in creating the Shaping Us platform has become a prominent example of her commitment to this cause. Additionally, experts in psychology and child development emphasize that engaging in creative activities like art plays an important role in fostering emotional resilience in children and helps develop their self-expression skills. In this context, family activities such as drawing can be not only a source of joy, but also an important part of overall child rearing. Experts believe that such activities help improve attention span, creativity, and self-confidence. Moreover, an important aspect of Prince William and Princess Catherine's lives is their desire to be close and accessible to their children. Despite their royal roles and public duties, they make time for each of their children, nurturing their individual talents and interests. Participating in creative projects such as drawing or other activities helps strengthen family bonds and creates an atmosphere of mutual support. In conclusion, despite Prince William's acknowledgement that he's not a master at drawing, it can be said that artistic and creative abilities play an important role in the life of the William family. It is possible that in a few years we will see new creative projects involving all members of the royal family. And perhaps Prince William will decide to practice his drawing skills a bit more. As Princess Catherine noted, "It's just a matter of practice." On February 20th, 2025, His Majesty King Charles III visited the Imperial College London Centre for Injury Studies, underscoring the critical importance of the research conducted at this esteemed institution. The Centre for Injury Studies is renowned for its interdisciplinary approach, bringing together engineers, scientists, and clinicians to develop innovative methods for protecting, diagnosing, treating, and rehabilitating patients who have suffered severe injuries. During his visit, King Charles III engaged with leading researchers and practitioners, gaining insights into the latest advancements in trauma care and rehabilitation. He was particularly interested in the centre's pioneering work on the body's self-repair mechanisms, including studies on how the three-dimensional structure of DNA in nerve cells influences their ability to recover from damage. These investigations have the potential to revolutionize treatments for nerve injuries, offering hope for enhanced recovery outcomes. The King's visit also highlighted the centre's commitment to exploring cutting-edge technologies, such as the use of virtual reality (VR) in pain management. Researchers at the centre have demonstrated that VR can effectively reduce chronic pain in patients with nerve damage by modulating pain perception pathways. This innovative approach not only alleviates discomfort, but also aids in restoring the natural pain suppression mechanisms that are often impaired in these patients. In his address, King Charles III emphasized the significance of such interdisciplinary collaborations in advancing medical science and improving patient care. He commended the centre for its dedication to translating research findings into practical applications that directly benefit those affected by severe injuries. The King's visit serves as a testament to the vital role that research institutions like the Imperial College London's Centre for Injury Studies play in shaping the future of healthcare and rehabilitation. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, announced a rebranding of her lifestyle venture, changing its name from American Riviera Orchard to As Ever. This decision has sparked controversy, as the name As Ever has been associated with a small, family-run clothing brand based in New York City since 2017. Mark Kolsky, the founder of the original As Ever brand, expressed his concerns through the company's social media channels. He highlighted the outpouring of support and concern from longtime customers and emphasized that his brand is not affiliated with Meghan Markle's new venture. Kolsky, who began his business in 2015 and officially launched it in 2017, stated his intention to continue operating under the As Ever name, despite the challenges posed by the significant resources backing Markle's brand. Adding to the controversy, the logo unveiled for Meghan Markle's As Ever bears a striking resemblance to the coat of arms of Pereres, a small town on the island of Mallorca, Spain. The town's emblem features a palm tree flanked by two birds, similar to the imagery in Markle's logo. Gisca Mora, the mayor of Pereres, has expressed surprise at the similarity and mentioned that the town's legal team is considering possible actions regarding the perceived appropriation of their symbol. Lady Colin Campbell, a British socialite and author, has been vocal in her criticism of Meghan Markle's rebranding choice. She questioned the ethics of adopting a name already in use by a small business and expressed concern over the potential impact on Mark Kolsky's brand. Campbell's remarks reflect a broader discourse on the responsibilities of public figures when launching new enterprises, especially concerning existing small businesses. From a legal standpoint, while the two As Ever brands operate in different sectors, Markle's being a lifestyle brand and Kolsky's focusing on clothing, there may not be direct trademark infringement. However, the situation raises ethical questions about brand identity and the potential overshadowing of small businesses by ventures backed by high-profile individuals. As the situation develops, it underscores the importance of thorough research and consideration in brand development, particularly for public figures whose actions can have far-reaching impacts on existing businesses and communities. The engagement stories of Prince Charles with Lady Diana Spencer and Camilla Parker Bowles highlight notable differences in approach and sentiment. Proposal to Lady Diana Spencer. In February 1981, after a brief courtship, Prince Charles proposed to Lady Diana Spencer. The proposal occurred privately at Windsor Castle, and reports suggest that Charles did not follow traditional romantic gestures. He did not kneel, and there was no engagement ring presented at that moment. Instead, Diana was later given the opportunity to select her own ring. She chose a 12-carat oval blue Ceylon sapphire surrounded by 14 solitaire diamonds set in 18-carat white gold, crafted by Garrard. This choice was unconventional, as the ring was not a unique piece but available in Garrard's catalogue, allowing anyone to purchase the same design. Some believe Diana selected it because it reminded her of her mother's engagement ring, while others suggest she was drawn to its size and beauty. The The couple's engagement interview was noted for its awkwardness, particularly when Charles, in response to a question about being in love, remarked, "Whatever in love means." Proposal to Camilla Parker Bowles. Decades later, Prince Charles's proposal to Camilla Parker Bowles was markedly different. In February 2005, Charles proposed with a family heirloom, a platinum Art Deco ring featuring a 5-carat emerald-cut diamond flanked by 3 diamond baguettes on each side. This ring once belonged to his grandmother, the Queen Mother, adding deep personal significance. Camilla confirmed that Charles proposed on bended knee, adhering to traditional romantic customs. Their engagement was publicly announced on the 10th of February 2005, and they married in a civil ceremony at Windsor Guildhall on the 9th of April 2005. With Diana, the proposal appeared formal and somewhat detached, perhaps indicative of the pressures and expectations surrounding royal marriages at the time. The absence of a personalized engagement ring and the impersonal nature of the proposal have been interpreted by some as a sign of the couple's lack of deep personal connection. In contrast, Charles's proposal to Camilla was imbued with personal significance and traditional romance, symbolizing a union based on a long-standing personal bond. These narratives underscore the evolution of royal customs and personal choices within the British monarchy, highlighting how personal relationships can influence and reshape traditional practices. In the modern world, the British monarchy is undergoing significant changes as it strives to blend centuries-old traditions with the spirit of the times. One striking example of this transformation is the remarkably strong and informal partnership between Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. Their relationship, which emerged amidst the first waves of public scrutiny and endured numerous trials, is now regarded not only as a personal friendship, but also as a strategic element that could shape the future image of the monarchy. Both women entered the royal family while staying true to their roots and drawing on their personal life experiences. Becoming part of an institution historically reserved for aristocracy, Catherine and Sophie faced bias and criticism due to their non-aristocratic backgrounds. However, it was precisely their similar journeys, stories of ordinary individuals becoming integral parts of Britain's greatest institution, that helped them find in each other not just support, but true allies. This shared experience allowed them to establish an emotional and professional connection that eventually evolved into an inseparable partnership. With her background in public relations and deep understanding of royal protocol, Sophie became a guide of sorts for Catherine, helping her navigate the intricate labyrinth of palace rules and traditions. This mentorship allowed the young princess to adapt more quickly to society's high expectations, which in turn helped soften the criticism regarding her ordinariness. Events such as Trooping the Colour, Wimbledon, Ascot races, and even challenging moments at royal weddings highlight the natural and effortless way they interact. Their ability to find moments of personal humour and support in the most formal settings speaks to a deep emotional bond that helps them cope with stress and public pressure. Experts analysing their gestures and non-verbal communication note that even when the strictness of protocol demands restraint, Catherine and Sophie managed to convey mutual understanding and support while remaining true to their individual principles. The partnership between these two women extends far beyond personal relations. It has become a symbol of a new era in the British monarchy, one that balances traditional values with modern elements. Catherine and Sophie's friendship demonstrates how historic traditions can be combined with contemporary approaches to leadership and public responsibility. Their alliance embodies continuity, where the experience of senior royals is complemented by fresh ideas, and mentorship plays a key role in adapting the institution to modern challenges. At a time when the monarchy is striving to become more relatable to the public, The sincerity and openness displayed in Catherine and Sophie's relationship serve as a compelling argument for modernizing the royal family's image. A partnership built on mutual trust and genuine involvement in each other's lives helps break down barriers between the monarchy and civil society. Looking ahead, several key areas emerge where Catherine and Sophie's close collaboration could influence the evolution of the British monarchy, modernizing traditions. With younger royals playing an increasingly prominent role and the growing need to adapt to contemporary realities, their partnership could serve as a model for a more flexible and innovative approach to managing the monarchy's image and internal structure. Evolving roles within the royal family. The traditional divide between senior and junior royals is gradually blurring. In an era where every public appearance reflects family values, their partnership could become a catalyst for redefining roles, placing mentorship and mutual support above rigid protocol. Social significance and public influence. Modern society values authenticity and emotional openness more than ever. These very qualities define Catherine and Sophie's partnership, which could prove crucial in securing the monarchy's support among younger generations seeking more transparent and humane institutions of power. Analyzing the dynamics of Catherine and Sophie's relationship, it becomes clear that their alliance is not just a friendship, but a strategically important partnership that is already reshaping the British monarchy. In an era of change and new challenges, this duo represents a bridge between tradition and innovation, between the strict constraints of protocol and the need to connect with the people. If their collaboration continues to develop in the same direction, future generations may come to see the British royal family not only as guardians of ancient traditions, but also as a modern, adaptable institution, capable of meeting the challenges of the times. Recently, royal analysts have been actively discussing rumours about Prince Harry's alleged divorce from Meghan Markle. One of the key topics of discussion revolves around speculation that the couple has supposedly experienced a series of disagreements and relocations. Claims that, according to Harry, do not reflect the true state of their relationship. This reaction can be seen as a defensive mechanism. He is trying to minimize the impact of gossip and emphasize that his marriage is not just another dramatic tabloid headline. Prince Harry has repeatedly expressed his frustration with aggressive journalism, which often distorts facts and turns personal struggles into public spectacles. His fight against cyberbullying and toxic commentary is not only an attempt to protect his own reputation, but also a call for a more humane approach in the media space. Perhaps Harry deliberately uses humor and irony to highlight the absurdity of these rumors and flip the script in which his life becomes a commodity for mass media consumption. Considering these events within the context of modern celebrity culture, one could assume that Harry is intentionally playing on the contrast between personal pain and a public persona. His dismissal of the rumors is a way to regain control over his own narrative, rejecting the media-imposed stories. It is possible that his words are not so much an admission of marital problems as they are a strategic move to reduce public pressure and restore personal autonomy. Another equally significant topic is the open criticism Harry has directed at the royal family through books, interviews, and media deals with platforms like Netflix. His statements, primarily targeting figures such as Princess Catherine and Camilla, have sparked heated debates both among the public and within circles of monarchy supporters. Harry's criticism can be seen as an expression of deep internal conflict with long-standing traditions, where personal ambitions and the desire for independence clash with the rigid norms of the royal family. His public statements are not just attempts to draw attention, but also a means of voicing his dissatisfaction with a system in which he feels isolated and constrained. His refusal to remain silent about such influential figures as Catherine and Camilla can be interpreted as a sign that he seeks to redefine the role of the modern monarchy in the era of digital technology and social media. However, the commercial aspect of his actions cannot be overlooked. Book deals and Netflix contracts, despite their symbolic significance, also have financial implications. One could assume that, under constant public scrutiny and suffering from media harassment, Harry is using his platform not only to change the rules of the game, but also to secure his financial independence. In this context, his criticism of the royal family becomes a tool that simultaneously allows him to express personal grievances and attract an audience eager to follow his every move. On one hand, Harry positions himself as a champion of justice and reform within the royal system. On the other, his actions are often perceived as vengeful and calculated. This dual image creates a complex identity dilemma. Can someone raised within a framework of traditions and obligations ever truly break away from their family's legacy? The answer to this question remains open, but one thing is clear. Harry is deliberately pushing boundaries, offering society an alternative perspective on the role and function of the modern monarchy. Analysing Prince Harry's recent statements, one can conclude that his behaviour is the result of a complex interplay of personal experiences, the desire for self-assertion, and the need to adapt to new media realities. On one hand, his response to rumours about his divorce from Meghan Markle reflects exhaustion from constant gossip and an attempt to reclaim control over his own life. On the other, his criticism of the royal family demonstrates a profound break with traditional norms, driven by both personal grievances and a quest for freedom and financial independence. Ultimately, Harry finds himself at the centre of conflicting societal expectations. He is expected to be both a symbol of change and a guardian of family traditions. Perhaps it is this very ambivalence that makes him one of the most talked about figures of our time. Queen Consort Camilla welcomed guests to Buckingham Palace for a grand reception dedicated to the National Theatre, of which she is the patron. The evening brought together renowned actors, theatre staff, and supporters of the institution. Camilla engaged with many of the invited guests, including such notable figures as Leslie Manville, Kate Blanchett, Rory Kinnear, Imelda Staunton, and Jim Carter. One of the highlights of the evening was the presence of James Corden, the well-known comedian and actor, as well as a friend of Prince Harry. Experts noted that at one point during the evening, the Queen Consort and Corden were seen engaged in a friendly conversation, laughing together, an interaction that underscored the warm and relaxed atmosphere of the event. King Charles III did not accompany his wife to the reception. In addition to mingling with actors and theatre staff, Camilla also enjoyed a specially prepared performance. This event was a significant part of her role as patron of the National Theatre, a position she took on in 2022. Experts point out that this role previously belonged to Meghan Markle, who was relieved of her duties in 2020 after stepping back from royal responsibilities alongside Prince Harry. The reception hosted by Queen Camilla took place just days before another major event set to be held at Buckingham Palace on Thursday. At this upcoming gathering, King Charles III and Queen Camilla will act as joint hosts for a celebration attended by Princess Anne, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, and other distinguished guests. The royal family will be marking the anniversaries of 4 international charitable organisations. Among them are the global health charity Partners in Health, celebrating its 20th anniversary, and Shelterbox, which has been providing disaster relief for 25 years. Also being honoured are Islamic Relief, marking 40 years of humanitarian work, and Christian Aid, which has been supporting communities worldwide for 80 years. Experts believe that this reception highlights the royal family's deep commitment to philanthropy and their dedication to supporting organisations that provide aid across the globe. Thus, the grand evening organised by Queen Camilla was not only a significant event for the National Theatre, but also an integral part of the royal family's broader efforts to champion the arts and charitable initiatives. Meghan Markle to Prince Harry. We must overshadow Kate Middleton together. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, constantly finds herself in a frustrating and humiliating situation. No matter what she does, she is criticised, and she always seems to fall short in the battle for public favour, compared to her sister-in-law, Catherine, Princess of Wales. Many argue that Meghan and Kate shouldn't even be compared, as they live in completely different worlds. However, convincing Meghan of this seems to be a lost cause. For Meghan, popularity is measured in magazine covers and media coverage. It stings even more that while she reportedly has to pay anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 for a feature in a second-tier magazine like Star, $100K for a single page, $300K for a spread, and $500K for a cover story. Kate, on the other hand, is highly sought after by top publications. Editors would bend over backward for an exclusive photo shoot with the Princess of Wales, and if she declines, they resort to publishing official photos released by the palace, paired with glowing articles about her. In the coming weeks, however, Meghan will have an opportunity to prove her worth in the public eye. On March 4th, she will finally launch her long-delayed Netflix show, With Love, Meghan. At the same time, she will unveil her much-hyped lifestyle brand, now renamed As Ever, a project that has been through so many iterations it's hard to keep track. Meghan will have her moment in the spotlight, though whether it will be a triumph or another controversy remains to be seen. However, as history has shown, all media frenzies eventually die down. The excitement surrounding her show and brand will likely fade, while Catherine, as a future queen, will continue to maintain a steady and respectable presence in the public sphere. It seems Meghan struggles to live in Kate's shadow. While Catherine recently visited a hospital treating cancer patients, a children's hospice, and even a women's prison to learn about the conditions for incarcerated mothers and their children, actions that earned her praise in the media, Meghan's charitable efforts have been met with much less enthusiasm. She visited a fire-ravaged area in Pasadena, donated supplies to the girls of Altadena, and even secured a Billie Eilish t-shirt for a young wildfire survivor. She also appeared at the Invictus Games, where she and Harry were photographed kissing. Yet somehow, none of these actions resonated with the press the way Kate's engagements did. It must be painful for Meghan to see millions of royal fans adore every step Catherine takes, while largely ignoring her own work. The fact that she was criticised for her wildfire relief efforts while Kate was being praised as a saint is undoubtedly frustrating for her. What's even more disheartening is that Meghan is now facing harsh criticism not only in Britain, but also in America, where she was once seen as a beloved figure. An insider has revealed that Meghan is struggling with the idea that the public wants her to stay out of the limelight. But stepping back is not in her nature. She believes she has every right to be seen as just as important a royal daughter-in-law as Kate. When she and Harry stepped away from their royal duties, they were told that everyone serves in their own way, and she has embraced her own version of public service. However, it seems that no matter what Meghan does, the reaction is often negative. Her efforts are scrutinized, while Kate's actions are met with near-universal praise. It's a battle she feels she cannot win, which is deeply discouraging for her. For years, royal watchers have searched for signs of rivalry between Meghan and Catherine, particularly when they appeared together at events before Meghan and Harry moved to California. While Meghan is hurt by the way the media treats them differently, a source close to the Sussexes insists that she harbours no ill will toward her sister-in-law. According to the insider, Meghan has come to terms with the fact that the situation is unfair, but it still infuriates her. She has even softened her stance toward Kate and genuinely wishes her good health after everything she has been through. Still, Meghan can't shake the feeling of being overshadowed. Her public displays of affection with Harry at the Invictus Games were widely seen as an attempt to steal the spotlight from Kate. The photos of their kisses and intimate moments made headlines worldwide, causing a stir in royal circles. More importantly, these images put Meghan and Harry back on the front pages, exactly where Meghan wants to be. Now, according to insiders, Meghan is determined to work with Harry to outshine Catherine once and for all. The question is, will their efforts be enough to shift the public's perception? Or will Meghan continue to find herself fighting a losing battle against a future queen whose quiet dignity and unwavering popularity make her nearly untouchable? Spanish scandal for Meghan Markle, facing a lawsuit for plagiarizing a town's emblem. Meghan Markle's latest venture, as ever, may have already hit a major legal roadblock. The Spanish town of Porreres, located on the island of Mallorca, is reportedly considering a lawsuit against the Duchess of Sussex, claiming that her luxury brand's logo bears an uncanny resemblance to the town's official emblem. A case of plagiarism. The controversy began when local officials in Porreres noticed the striking similarities between their town's historical coat of arms and the newly revealed As Ever logo. Both feature a palm tree in the center, flanked by two birds in flight. The differences are minor. The Porreres emblem is colored with orange and green for the tree and black for the birds, set against a white background, while Meghan's logo is in a monochrome dark grey and white. The town's mayor, Francisca Mora, called the resemblance surreal in an interview with the local newspaper Ara Balears. She confirmed that the town hall is currently deliberating legal action against Meghan Markle, questioning whether she had encountered the emblem during a possible visit to Mallorca. Adding to the intrigue, the promotional images for As Ever appear to have been shot on the island, sparking speculation that Meghan may have been inspired by local imagery. Rather than being completely outraged, the mayor took a light-hearted approach, stating that at the very least, this controversy has given Porreres unexpected international recognition. I hope that people around the world will now know about our town, located deep within the island, and our coat of arms, she said. What is Porreres? For those unfamiliar, Porreres is a small, picturesque town on the Balearic Islands with a population of just over 5,000 people. Located 22 miles east of Palma, the capital of Mallorca, the town has a rich agricultural history, known for its wine production and fruit farming. Over the past few years, Porreres has gained popularity among tourists seeking a more authentic, rural Mallorca experience, and its tourism board has even labelled it a must-visit destination for wine lovers. More branding chaos for Meghan? This potential legal battle only adds to the series of chaotic missteps surrounding Meghan's brand. The As Ever rebrand came after the sudden abandonment of her previous brand, American Riviera Orchard, ARO. Reports suggest that the rebranding process was rushed, with As Ever hastily repurposing old promotional material that had been created a year prior. Adding to the confusion, the launch announcement was leaked online at least 24 hours before Meghan officially revealed it, forcing her to address it earlier than planned. The announcement also came just 2 weeks before the premiere of her new Netflix lifestyle series, With Love, Meghan. Legal and trademark issues. To make matters worse, Meghan's new brand hasn't even been officially trademarked yet. As of February 18th, 2025, the US Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, still lists As Ever as pending review. This means the application has met the minimum filing requirements, but has not yet been assigned to a legal examiner. A branding expert has even mocked the situation, comparing the rushed launch to a headless chicken strategy and stating, "You wouldn't catch Kim Kardashian making such an amateur mistake." The last-minute name change, according to PR professionals, suggests instability and uncertainty behind the brand. What's next? With the potential lawsuit looming, Meghan Markle may soon be facing yet another rebranding disaster. If Porreres follows through with legal action, as ever could be forced to redesign its logo, or worse, face further scrutiny over its legitimacy. The question remains, was this an innocent mistake, an unfortunate coincidence, or another PR disaster for Meghan Markle? The secret son of King Charles and Camilla dreams of hugging Prince Harry. In a shocking revelation, Simon Charles Durante-Day, a 56-year-old Australian engineer, claims to be the illegitimate son of King Charles III and Queen Camilla. He has expressed a strong desire to meet Prince Harry, whom he considers a fellow black sheep of the British royal family. Durante-Day, adopted as a baby in the UK before relocating to Australia, insists that his biological parents are Charles and Camilla, based on family accounts and his personal research. His adoptive grandparents allegedly worked for Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, and his grandmother reportedly told him about his royal lineage. He believes his case resonates with Prince Harry's struggles, stating, "Harry was let down by his father, just like I was. We both have issues with Charles, and I believe he would understand me." He also shares sympathy for Meghan Markle, believing she has faced unfair treatment and racial discrimination. A questionable timeline. Durante-Day argues that King Charles and Camilla's relationship began in 1965, a year before his birth, contradicting official records, which state that the couple met in 1970 at a polo match. His research suggests they may have first crossed paths at Winston Churchill's funeral in 1965. To support his claims, he has publicly shared photo comparisons between himself, his children, and the Windsor family, claiming a striking resemblance to Queen Elizabeth II. A call for DNA testing. For years, Durante-Day has demanded DNA testing from the royal family to prove his lineage. However, Buckingham Palace has remained silent on the matter, never acknowledging his claims. While his story has gained media attention, critics point out inconsistencies, particularly with the official records of Charles and Camilla's relationship. Despite this, Durante-Day remains determined to prove his royal bloodline, and now he hopes Prince Harry might be the key to finally getting the answers he seeks. Would a DNA test finally reveal the truth, or is this just another royal conspiracy theory? Internal tensions and shifts within the British monarchy have long been a subject of lively discussion, both in the press and among experts. The recent statement by Prince William, which according to rumours has shaken the royal family, may mark the beginning of a new era in the balance of power. At the same time, Camilla's evolving titles, from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort, continue to spark mixed public reactions and revive memories of Princess Diana's legacy. As a figure of the new generation, Prince William is already demonstrating his intention to reform and modernise the monarchy's long-standing traditions. His financial and administrative decisions, such as ending cooperation with Annabel Elliott, signal a push toward greater transparency in managing royal assets. According to some sources, Prince William's recent statement came as a shocking signal to the royal family. While the exact details of his words remain a topic of debate, experts suggest that they reflect dissatisfaction with the existing system and William's readiness to advocate for change within the monarchy. Such a statement could be seen as a rejection of outdated traditions and an attempt to radically reassess the distribution of power within the institution. Although tabloid headlines often lean toward sensationalism, they point to a possible internal split, with William seeking to assert his position and perhaps rethink the role of figures like Camilla in the future model of the monarchy. Camilla's journey through different titles reflects the complex relationships within the royal family. Initially, after marrying Prince Charles, she was granted the title of Duchess of Cornwall, a decision made out of respect for Princess Diana's memory. However, over time, under public pressure and with the support of high-ranking members of the monarchy, Camilla's role evolved. Today, she officially holds the title of Queen Consort, symbolizing the recognition of her place in the new structure of royal authority. This transformation, on one hand, demonstrates the institution's adaptability, but on the other, raises questions. Does it overshadow Diana's memory, as her image remains a symbol of compassion and humanitarianism? The controversy surrounding Camilla's title changes serves as a mirror to the broader transformations within the monarchy, where old traditions collide with modern societal expectations. This process reflects not only changes within the royal family, but also the broader evolution of public perception of the monarchy as an institution capable of adapting to contemporary realities. As a successor of a new generation, Prince William represents the force of change within the British monarchy. His public statements and actions suggest that he is unwilling to accept outdated governance mechanisms and internal conflicts. His stance seems to be driven not merely by personal ambition, but by an understanding of the necessity to modernize the institution to maintain its relevance. William is clearly striving for greater transparency and efficiency in managing royal assets. His actions, aimed at reassessing traditional connections and rethinking internal hierarchy, could act as a catalyst for major reforms. Such steps may include revising protocols, changing the distribution of financial resources, and even redefining symbolic roles, potentially altering the monarchy's perception as a static institution in the long run. One of the most striking examples of change is Prince William's decision to end cooperation with Annabel Elliot, Camilla's sister, who had been responsible for the design and management of the Duchy of Cornwall for many years. According to various sources, this decision carries both financial and symbolic significance. Cutting ties with a figure who had previously contributed significant revenue to the duchy's budget may indicate William's commitment to cost optimization and a transition to a more transparent management system. This decision can also be interpreted as a signal that the new wave of leadership intends to distance itself from the old, perhaps family-oriented practices characteristic of previous generations. Such a move not only enhances financial discipline, but also strengthens the monarchy's reputation in the eyes of the public, demonstrating that the management of royal assets is now under strict control by a more modern leadership. Prince William's recent statement, Camilla's evolving titles, and his decisive financial and administrative measures all point to the beginning of significant internal transformations within the British monarchy. As a representative of the new generation, William clearly refuses to adhere to outdated traditions and is pushing for institutional modernization. If these changes continue, we may witness not just symbolic reshuffling, but real structural reforms that could reshape both the monarchy's internal dynamics and its public perception. In the context of today's political and cultural landscape, such reforms could be the key to the survival and adaptation of one of the world's oldest institutions. In recent years, the image of the Princess of Wales, Catherine, has become inevitably associated with refined elegance and impeccable fashion taste. However, recent statements from the palace about shifting the focus from clothing to public initiatives raise an important question. Could Catherine be making a potentially misguided move by stepping away from one of her greatest strengths? Fashion has always played a key role in shaping the public perception of royalty. Catherine's outfits are memorable, become iconic, and even contribute to the growth of British brands. Experts argue that the visual appeal of the royal family helps strengthen their connection with the public, and a distinctive style can turn into a cultural phenomenon that is difficult to ignore. Fashion allows people to remember significant moments, from festive events to symbolic public appearances. On the one hand, redirecting attention from external glamour to the essence of charitable and social projects could be seen as a mature and thoughtful decision. In an era when society demands transparency and accountability from public figures, such a shift could help Catherine highlight the importance of social initiatives. It could serve as a powerful example of how a personal brand can evolve and transform without losing its depth. On the other hand, deliberately downplaying the significance of fashion might prove ineffective. Experts note that public interest in Catherine's wardrobe is so strong that even if she attempts to minimize or conceal this aspect, attention will inevitably return to her style. Moreover, visual representation remains one of the key ways people perceive and remember events. If the princess starts wearing similar or predictable outfits, it could reduce audience engagement and weaken the cultural impact of her image. It is likely that Catherine has encountered similar challenges in the past, where attempts to shift focus did not yield the expected results. Perhaps this new direction is driven not only by a desire to emphasize social impact, but also by a personal quest for self-identification in a changing world. However, a radical transformation of her public image could have a dual effect. On one hand, it is a bold innovation. On the other, it is an opportunity to expand the boundaries of traditional royal style. If Catherine decides to take this step, she may need to find a balance between demonstrating her commitment to social causes and maintaining the unique visual identity that has become her superpower. This balance will be especially crucial given that every detail of her appearance is scrutinized, and repeating similar looks could make them less memorable. The attempt to shift focus from fashion to public projects could be either a timely evolution of her image or a potential misstep if the public perceives it as an attempt to move away from an intrinsic part of royal identity. For Catherine, fashion is not just clothing, it is a powerful tool of influence capable of shaping economic and cultural trends. Time will tell whether the princess can strike the right balance between her work and visual presentation, or if the public will continue to focus on what has always been her strongest asset. This remains a topic of discussion among experts and royal fashion enthusiasts, highlighting the complexity and multifaceted nature of the role fashion plays in the modern royal image. Kensington Palace has shared a series of charming portraits on social media, created by Princess Catherine and her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. These heartfelt, handmade drawings not only reflect the closeness of their family, but also play a significant role in a new early childhood project. It is evident that art holds a special place in Princess Catherine's life. Having studied art history and being a passionate photographer, she possesses a deep appreciation for creativity. Experts suggest that this artistic sensibility allowed her to capture complex emotions and profound care in one particular drawing, an image of her youngest son, Prince Louis. The remaining portraits, presumably drawn by her children, beautifully convey their admiration and love for their mother. The portraits were created as part of the Shaping Us framework, an initiative launched in 2023 through the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood, founded by Princess Catherine. This framework outlines 30 key skills that children develop from pregnancy to the age of 5, categorized into areas such as emotional regulation, cognitive focus, and effective communication. Experts believe that integrating art into early education can strengthen family bonds while also helping children process their emotions and connect with the world around them. The official post featuring the drawings highlighted the importance of creative collaboration. Drawing portraits with children can be a moment of true connection, where you look at each other, focus, and, most importantly, enjoy the process together. Analysts suggest that this approach could pave the way for new early childhood development programs, encouraging parents and educators to use art as a tool for emotional and social learning. Some observers believe that Princess Catherine's initiative could serve as a starting point for broader changes in parenting and educational practices worldwide. Experts argue that this creative and inclusive approach fosters a more compassionate, empathetic, and connected society. Moreover, specialists suggest that introducing art into early childhood education could have a lasting impact on the personal development of future generations. The portraits created by Princess Catherine and her children are more than just endearing family sketches. They are part of an ambitious project aimed at helping children express their emotions and build strong emotional connections through creativity. Experts believe this initiative has the potential to inspire not only the royal family, but also millions of parents worldwide, demonstrating how art can unite people and transform society.
Kate Middleton versus royal tradition, a bold stand against hunting rituals. For centuries, the British royal family has upheld a deeply rooted tradition associated with hunting, one that symbolizes a young royal's transition into adulthood. According to this custom, after their first hunt, young princes and princesses would have their faces ceremonially marked with the blood of the animal they killed. This ritual, though controversial in modern times, has long been viewed within aristocratic circles as a rite of passage. However, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has made it clear that she will not allow her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, to take part in this practice. Kate Middleton is reportedly strongly opposed to this tradition, seeing it as outdated and unnecessary. Her stance represents a significant shift within the monarchy, reflecting a broader move toward modernization and ethical responsibility. A break from the past. The royal family has a long history of participating in hunting events, particularly at Sandringham Estate, where traditional hunts take place during the holiday season. King Charles III, a well-known advocate for environmental conservation, has paradoxically upheld the family's hunting traditions, viewing them as part of British heritage. Prince William too has engaged in these hunts since childhood, as did Prince Harry before stepping back from royal duties. Yet, times are changing. Kate Middleton's refusal to let her children partake in the blood-marking ritual signals a departure from these customs. She reportedly believes that such practices are no longer appropriate and has insisted that her children will not be subjected to them. A shift in the royal family's approach? Kate's decision aligns with growing public sentiment against hunting, particularly among younger generations and animal rights advocates. The UK has seen a cultural shift regarding wildlife conservation, with traditional hunting practices facing increased scrutiny. Kate's influence could further encourage the royal family to reconsider its approach to hunting altogether. Insiders suggest that Prince William respects Kate's stance, though he remains personally engaged in some traditional hunting activities. However, the couple appears united in their desire to raise their children with a modern perspective on ethical treatment of animals. Public reaction, praise and criticism. Kate's decision has sparked a mixed response. Animal rights activists and conservationists have applauded her for standing against a tradition they see as cruel and outdated. Many believe that her refusal to allow her children to take part in the ritual could encourage the monarchy to phase out hunting customs altogether. On the other hand, traditionalists and royal insiders argue that such customs are integral to the monarchy's identity. Some see Kate's stance as yet another example of modern influences eroding historical traditions. There are also concerns that this could further deepen the divide between the younger royals and the more conservative factions within the royal institution. A royal modernizer. This is not the first time Kate Middleton has challenged royal norms. She has been a strong advocate for mental health awareness, early childhood development, and a more relatable approach to royal life. Her refusal to follow the hunting tradition is just another example of her efforts to modernize the institution, while balancing respect for its legacy. As the future Queen Consort, Kate's influence on the monarchy continues to grow. Whether her stance will lead to broader changes within the royal family remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. She is determined to raise her children on her own terms, even if it means breaking with centuries-old customs. What do you think? Should the royal family continue to uphold hunting traditions, or is it time for change? Let us know in the comments. The health and personal struggles of Queen Camilla, a royal family controversy. In recent weeks, reports have emerged suggesting that Queen Camilla, the wife of King Charles III, is facing personal difficulties linked to an increased consumption of alcohol. According to insider sources, the alleged problem has been exacerbated by a combination of family tensions, the ongoing health struggles of the king, and the growing pressures of royal life. These claims have sparked widespread speculation, with some sources even stating that Prince William has expressed concern and has allegedly set conditions regarding Camilla's interactions with his children if the situation does not improve. A challenging time for the Queen. As Queen Consort, Camilla has had to navigate an increasingly demanding role within the royal family. Following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022, she stepped into the public eye in an unprecedented way, taking on more responsibilities alongside her husband, King Charles III. However, the monarchy has not been without its share of turmoil in recent years. Reports of King Charles III's health issues, combined with ongoing conflicts within the family, may have contributed to Camilla's alleged personal struggles. Royal sources indicate that tensions between Camilla and other senior members of the family, particularly Prince William, have intensified in recent months. While there have been no official statements confirming these reports, some insiders claim that Camilla has turned to alcohol as a coping mechanism for the stress and pressure of her royal duties. King Charles III's health concerns. The health of King Charles III has been a subject of concern in recent times. While Buckingham Palace has been selective about releasing details, there have been multiple reports suggesting that the king has been dealing with undisclosed medical issues. The impact of his condition on his ability to fulfill royal duties remains a topic of discussion among royal commentators. For Camilla, her husband's health struggles have undoubtedly added to the emotional and psychological burden she faces. If the reports of her increased alcohol consumption are accurate, it could be a reaction to the immense pressure of supporting the king, while also maintaining her role as Queen Consort. Prince William's alleged ultimatum. One of the most striking claims circulating in royal circles is that Prince William has taken a firm stance on the issue. According to some reports, he is deeply concerned about Camilla's alleged drinking habits and their potential impact on the family. Some insiders suggest that William has set a condition. If Camilla does not address the problem, he will limit her interactions with his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. This reported ultimatum signals a significant shift in family dynamics and highlights the growing divide between Camilla and the younger generation of royals. It is worth noting that Prince William has always been deeply protective of his family, especially following the tragic loss of his mother, Princess Diana. He may see Camilla's reported struggles as a potential risk to his children's well-being and the overall stability of the royal household. Public and media reactions. The British press and the public have been divided in their response to these reports. Some sympathise with Camilla, acknowledging the immense pressure she faces as Queen Consort. Others, however, see this as a reflection of deeper issues within the royal family, including unresolved tensions and long-standing power struggles. Critics argue that the monarchy has always maintained a carefully curated public image, and any deviation from that standard, especially when it involves personal matters like alcohol consumption, could damage its reputation. Supporters, on the other hand, emphasize that the Queen is human and, like anyone else, may be dealing with personal challenges in her own way. The future of the royal family. As these reports continue to circulate, the question remains: How will the royal family navigate these challenges? If the allegations about Camilla's alcohol consumption are true, will there be efforts within the palace to support her through this difficult time? And if tensions between Camilla and Prince William are indeed growing, what does that mean for the future unity of the royal household? While no official statements have been made confirming or denying these claims, the situation serves as a reminder of the constant scrutiny faced by the British royal family. Every action, decision, and personal struggle is magnified by public attention, making it increasingly difficult for them to handle private matters discreetly.
Manage the situation to maintain their public standing and internal harmony. What do you think about these reports? Are they sensationalized? Or do they reflect genuine issues within the royal family? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Meghan Markle's jealousy over Beckham royal family friendship. Recent reports suggest that Meghan Markle is deeply unsettled by the growing friendship between the British royal family and David and Victoria Beckham. Once close to the Beckhams herself, Meghan allegedly believes that the royals have stolen her former friends, leaving her feeling betrayed and isolated. A fallout that started with suspicion. Meghan and Victoria Beckham were once on friendly terms, with Meghan admiring Victoria long before she met Prince Harry. However, their relationship took a turn for the worse when Meghan reportedly accused Victoria of leaking personal details, such as her preferred beauty salons, to the press. Prince Harry even confronted David Beckham over the matter, which led to a heated exchange. Though the couple seemingly reconciled, the damage was done, and their friendship faded. Later, when David Beckham flew to Australia to support Prince Harry at the Invictus Games, Harry allegedly ignored him at Meghan's request. This incident deepened the rift, ultimately severing the connection between the Sussexes and the Beckhams and the royal seal of approval. Meanwhile, David and Victoria Beckham have grown increasingly close to King Charles III, Prince William, and Kate Middleton. David was appointed as an ambassador for the King's Foundation and played a key role in raising funds for London's air ambulance service. He was even invited to inspect the helicopters purchased with the donations. Victoria, on the other hand, is rumoured to be an unofficial fashion advisor to Princess Kate, reportedly helping her navigate collaborations with top fashion magazines. This newfound bond has given the Beckhams exclusive access to royal events, including a state banquet for the Emir of Qatar and an intimate dinner at Highgrove. Meghan's frustration and regret sources claim that Meghan is struggling to come to terms with this turn of events. She reportedly feels that she was treated unfairly by both the Beckhams and the royal family. Seeing Victoria now assisting Kate and David, openly praising his friendship with Prince William, has allegedly pushed Meghan to the brink of a nervous breakdown. While Meghan and Harry continue to seek influential connections in Hollywood, they now find themselves watching from the sidelines as the Beckhams cement their status within the royal inner circle. Some insiders even suggest that Harry feels the monarchy has replaced him and Meghan with David and Victoria, given their growing prominence in royal circles. The public's reaction. This drama has sparked a mix of reactions. Some believe Meghan is merely facing the consequences of her own past actions, while others see it as another example of the British establishment favouring its own. Regardless of where the truth lies, one thing is clear. The Beckhams have successfully positioned themselves as royal allies, while Meghan finds herself increasingly sidelined. What do you think? Is Meghan's jealousy justified, or is this a natural consequence of burned bridges? Let us know in the comments.
Can Prince William be the key to stability and continuity in the British monarchy? In light of recent comments, one question arises. Could Prince William be the decisive factor in ensuring the stability and continuity of the British monarchy? It has been noted that William has evolved into the royal family's secret weapon. This perspective shaped by a series of personal and political trials, compels us to reflect on the future of the monarchy and the role the prince himself will play in it. Contrary to some expectations surrounding the release of Prince Harry's book Spare, William has demonstrated not only resilience, but also personal growth. His ability to cope with personal tragedies, his father, King Charles III's illness, and his wife, Princess Catherine's battle with cancer, has turned him into a symbol of endurance. At 42, when many anticipated a shift in his role, he already stands out as a leader capable of handling the challenges of the times. His experiences, marked by hardship, allow him to empathize with the struggles of ordinary people, which could be instrumental in maintaining public trust in the monarchy. It is also worth noting William's increasing political engagement, including meetings with influential world leaders such as Donald Trump. These diplomatic efforts suggest that he is not just a symbol of tradition, but an active participant in contemporary political processes. In an era where traditional institutions face new challenges, a monarch's ability to adapt to an evolving political landscape becomes crucial. With his charisma and negotiation skills, William has the potential to bridge the gap between time-honored traditions and modern societal expectations. Another significant factor is the image of a strong and united family. Prince William and Princess Catherine are not just a couple. They embody the kind of family Princess Diana once envisioned. In a society that values stability and traditional family values, such a display of unity could play a decisive role in preserving the monarchy's authority. As the modern royal family navigates the challenges of the information age and shifting public opinion, it needs a figure who can unite people, and William appears to be that leader. It is likely that in the coming years, we will see Prince William solidify his position not only as heir to the throne, but also as a modernizer of royal traditions. His personal story, shaped by overcoming hardships, combined with his diplomatic efforts and commitment to family values, lays the foundation for his future success as monarch. Of course, any predictions remain speculative, but current trends suggest that the British monarchy could find renewed momentum for transformation through William's leadership. Today's monarchy stands at a crossroads between tradition and innovation. Having demonstrated his leadership qualities in the most challenging circumstances, Prince William may well be the stabilizing force that ensures both continuity and relevance for the royal institution. His ability to blend personal resilience, political diplomacy, and family values could be the key to revitalizing the British monarchy in the 21st century. Despite the ongoing rift within the royal family, experts believe that the Prince of Wales and Prince Harry have found an unexpected common ground when it comes to raising their children. Analysing recent interviews and statements, it is clear that both fathers are keen to instill important life values in their children, values connected to the legacy of their late mother, Princess Diana, as well as contemporary social issues. Although the two princes have differing personal views and lifestyles, they both choose a path in which Princess Diana's memory is not just a symbol of the past, but an active element in their parenting. Prince Harry shared how a conversation with his 5-year-old son about landmines allowed him to discuss his mother's work in Angola. Experts believe that such involvement of children in their family heritage helps them recognize, from an early age, the complexity of the world and the importance of historical memory. According to recent comments, Prince Harry does not shy away from difficult topics in conversations with his son. When the young boy asked about landmines, the father chose not to shield him from reality, instead opting for an honest dialogue about the tragic events associated with warfare, which also allowed him to recall Princess Diana's heroic efforts. Experts suggest that this approach helps develop empathy in children and an understanding of the world's cruelty, laying the groundwork for a mature attitude toward life's realities. In an interview, the Prince of Wales discussed how he talks to his children about homelessness, particularly when they encounter it during school trips. He shared memories of how, as a child, his mother explained the reasons why people end up on the streets. Experts believe this method of parenting helps children develop a sense of social responsibility and compassion from an early age, while also teaching them to notice and understand the problems of the world around them. Despite the well-known disagreements within the royal family, both princes demonstrate a similarity in their approach to parenting. Experts suggest that their shared focus on important social issues and the memory of Princess Diana may serve as a bridge that could ease personal conflicts and unite family members around universal values. This approach not only strengthens family bonds, but could also play a significant role in shaping a future generation prepared for the challenges of the modern world. In conclusion, analysing the latest statements and comments, it is evident that the Prince of Wales and Prince Harry, despite their differences, have found common ground in raising their children. Experts believe that honest discussions about difficult topics, whether it's Princess Diana's legacy or current social issues, contribute to developing in children a deep sense of empathy and social responsibility. According to specialists, this approach could be the key to not only stability within the royal family, but also a model for future generations to follow. On the eve of one of the most talked about weddings in British royal history, the night before the grand day, when then Prince Charles would marry Princess Diana, an event took place that continues to intrigue historians and royal relationship psychologists to this day. A letter sent by Prince Charles, containing a few warm lines and accompanied by a memorable gift, a signet ring featuring the Prince of Wales emblem, became a symbol of emotional closeness and support during such an important moment. The letter, sent on the night before the wedding, was more than just a formal congratulations. It was a deeply personal message. Experts note that the use of the signet ring, adorned with the Prince of Wales feather emblem, was not accidental. It symbolised tradition, strength, and a connection to the royal dynasty. Experts suggest that such a gift could have served as a kind of talisman, giving confidence in a momentous time, while also reflecting Prince Charles's desire to emphasize his loyalty and support for his future wife. Particular attention should be given to the phrase in the letter, "I am so proud of you, and when you rise, I will be at the altar for you tomorrow." Just look them in the eye and surprise them. Specialists believe this message carried an ironic yet sincere wish for success, which could have served as a powerful emotional boost for Princess Diana on the eve of one of the most important days of her life. Given that the wedding was described as the wedding of the century and broadcast to over 750 million viewers worldwide, Prince Charles's personal message gained additional significance. Experts believe that, within the context of public attention and the monumental nature of the event, the emotional support expressed in the letter could have become a kind of anchor for Princess Diana, helping her cope with the pressure and expectations placed on both her and the entire monarchy. By declaring her deep affection and confidence that she was the happiest girl in the world, Diana demonstrated, according to experts, her inner readiness to take on the immense responsibility while also hoping for care and support from her husband. These moments of intimate communication between the couple, experts suggest, could have served as an important signal that beneath the ceremonial grandeur, there were complex, multifaceted personal emotions and expectations at play. It is also impossible not to note the fact that royal symbolism, embodied in the signet ring, remains an integral part of the monarchy's rituals and traditions. The king himself often wears a ring with official engraving, confirming the continuity and connection of generations. Experts believe that such symbols not only remind one of status and duty, but also help shape the emotional climate in which personal relationships within the royal family intertwine with public expectations. The letter sent by Prince Charles on the night before the wedding ceremony is a vivid testament to how personal feelings and traditional symbols can interact in the context of a historically significant event. Experts suggest that this gesture had a dual meaning. On one hand, it was an expression of sincere support and emotional closeness, and on the other, it was a reminder of the eternal traditions and the responsibility carried by members of royal dynasties. If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the latest updates on the royal family with us.